Have you ever just watched your dog sleep and wondered, what is actually going on in that furry little head of theirs? Well, guess what? How they sleep is anything but random. Let's dive in and start decoding the secret language of our canine friends.
So what is your dog really telling you when they're snoozing away? It's so much more than just catching some Z's. Every little curl, every twitch, every full-on sprawl, it's a message. And once you get it, it can kind of change how you see your best friend. It's pretty cool.
Yep, it's like a whole secret language, and it tells you everything about their comfort, their trust in you, and even their own unique personality. So today, we're going to become fluent in dog sleep.
All right, first up, let's start with one of the most classic poses. This one is all about feeling safe and secure. These are the positions that tap right into some seriously ancient, wild instincts.
And here it is, the donut. You might even call it the fuzzy bagel, which I kind of love. You know the one, that perfect little ball of fur, all curled up and cozy. Now, the donut isn't just about being cute and comfy. This is pure, raw instinct. When they curl up like this, they're actually conserving body heat. And, this is key, they're protecting their vital organs. I mean, it's the most common sleeping position for animals out in the wild. So when your dog does this, they're basically channeling their inner wolf, making their own safe, warm little nest right there in your living room.
So, we've seen the instinct for safety. Now let's switch gears and look at the poses that just scream absolute unconditional trust. This is when they feel totally, completely safe. All thanks to you and your home.
This is a great comparison. See the lion pose on the left? Paws tucked underneath, head is up. Their muscles are still tense, ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. That's a light rest. But then, on the right, side sleeping. Ah, now that is a dog with zero worries in the world. Their muscles are totally relaxed, they're breathing deeply. This shows they feel completely safe enough to let their guard all the way down.
And speaking of letting their guard down, that brings us to maybe the most vulnerable and, let's be honest, hilarious position of them all. The crazy legs.
You know this one, they're on their back, all four legs just dangling in the air. When they do this, they are exposing their most vulnerable area, their belly. This is not just a quirky pose, it is a profound statement of trust and confidence. It means they feel 100% secure. Oh, and it can also be a super practical way for them to cool down, since their belly has thinner fur.
And yeah, the source material just nails it here. Seeing this pose is a clear sign that your dog trusts you completely and truly sees your house as their forever home. Honestly, it's pretty much the ultimate compliment you can get from a canine.
Okay, but not every nap is about deep sleep, right? Sometimes they're just a quick power-up for the next round of fun. These next poses basically say, I'm resting, but I am so ready to play.
And the prime example of this? The Superman. Come on, you know it. They're sprawled out on their stomach, legs stretched out behind and in front of them, looking like they're about to fly.
And this pose isn't just adorable, it's tactical. By being splayed out like this, they can pop up onto their feet in a split second. This is definitely a light napping position, and the real message here couldn't be clearer. They are energized and in the mood for some fun. Seriously, it's basically an open invitation to go grab a toy.
Next up, let's look at the positions that are less about physical comfort and all about that emotional connection. This is how they show you that you are part of their pack.
If your dog is a cuddle bug and loves sleeping pressed right up against you, or maybe even back to back, that is such a powerful sign of your bond with them.
This behavior actually starts way back in puppyhood, where they'd all huddled together with their littermates for warmth and safety. As they grow up, that instinct kind of transforms into a habit of trust and affection. So when your dog cuddles up to you, they're not just trying to get warm, they're telling you that you are family.
And what about this classic dog move, the scent soaker? You leave a pile of laundry on the floor for 2 seconds, turn around, and boom, it's officially a dog bed.
So why do they do that? Well, the reason is actually beautifully simple. Your clothes are saturated with your unique scent. By sleeping on them, especially when you're not home, they're basically surrounding themselves with your presence. It's their way of feeling close and comforted by you. It really is just a pure and simple sign of love.
All right, finally, let's talk about what happens right before they sleep. You've probably seen the little dance they do. The circling, the digging. It's not just some weird quirk. It's an ancient ritual. You can think of it like their own little 3-step routine. First, they circle the spot. Then, they might do a little digging at their bed or the carpet. And finally, they settle in. This isn't random. It's a totally hardwired sequence from their ancestors.
Just think about their wolf ancestors. They would circle to trample down tall grass and scare away any snakes or bugs. Then they'd dig to create a shallow, protected hole that would be warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. So your dog is just making their own perfect cozy den right there in your house.
So, let's recap what we've learned. Curled up like a donut means they're feeling safe and warm. Belly up is a sign of total trust. Sprawled out like Superman, that means it's playtime. Cuddling up close shows deep affection. And that whole circling routine, that's pure ancient instinct at work.
You now have the tools to understand the secret language your dog speaks every single time they close their eyes. So, the question is, what new secrets will you discover about your best friend the next time you see them sleeping?